Alright, trying out the H Calorie Toolbox Max. Attempting to run it on a Anker DC 300 DC. Go ahead and turn off the high plateau. We'll go ahead and start heating. Crank it up to number 5. And we'll see if it can run it off the cigarette lighter on this Anker 300 DC. Alright, H Calorie Toolbox Max. Running off an Anker 300 DC Powerstation. Using a 12-volt cigarette lighter. See if it'll fire up the glow plug to kick the heater on, and B, how long this thing will run based on a number 5 gear setting. Right now we got some cold air blowing out, so it looks like the glow plug's starting to kick off. We're currently drawing 22 watts. No, 101 watts. See if it'll trip it on the DC plug. Standard cigarette lighter plug on the end there. And the H Calorie is installed in my 2016 Bigfoot camper. Looks like the glow plug's firing. We're currently at 95 watts. 108. Oh, wait, the screen back up. Looks like we're at 110, 98. I can hear the fan kicking in pretty good right now. Starting to get some heat out of it. Looks like it made it through the glow plug phase. And right now it is running 18 watts, 17 watts of power. And it's kicking out heat. So the Anker 300 DC, in fact, was able to do initial fire up of the glow plugs with the standard DC plug. Let's go ahead and cut to the H Calorie and see what kind of output we're getting. We're gonna fire back up the app. As you can see up on top, we're currently running in gear mode. Output is set at 5 of 10. Voltage is 13 volts. It says ambient air temperature in here is 45. The aluminum body of the heater is 291 degrees. Go ahead and crank this up to 10. So we're on gear 10, which is the max setting. And it's starting to put up some heat. Go ahead and cut back to the camera. Alright, back to the camera on the inside of the camper. Heater is currently on gear 10 of 10, cranking out the heat through the duct there. I am recircuiting air, the cold air as well. So currently on number 10, it looks like 23 watts is what we're drawing, and this little power station, which is the 300 DC, will last at that rate for approximately 9 hours, but it keeps jumping up and down. Now it's at 26 watts. It says 11 hours. So definitely passed the test. We'll go ahead outside and see how it's running outside. So here's the current outside setting, the H calorie. I have it the heat and fresh air piped, so it's recirculating the air, and the heat is going in through the pass-through window, plywood insert, and I have the pipe hooked up going through the bed of my truck. It's all pointing downhill, got good clearance there. This is the intake hose, that's the heater hose over there. After it comes out, here's my exhaust. Right there's my exhaust. It's kicking out some heat right now, currently running on 10. I just have it clamped to my camper tie downs. Over on this side, this is what it looks like on this side. The pass through, two hoses. The wire there is going through a PVC coupler, and yeah, it's currently running on number 10 setting, H calorie, Toolbox Max. Here we are inside the camper, running it on the 12-volt cigarette lighter plug on the Anker DC300 power station. Just to give you an idea of the size of this little power station, it packs a mighty punch. It's about as tall as my hand. Very small unit. DC only, no AC. And on 10 we're currently at 23 watts, and the power station at that, well, 22 watts, will run around 12 hours of consecutive runtime. And that's on number 10 setting. I'll go ahead and crank it down and see what kind of numbers we get there. Okay, back to the numbers. As you can see, we're currently on high output heat of 10. Aluminum body's at 457 right now. We'll go ahead and crank this down to the middle number, which is gear 5, and let it ramp on down and see what kind of runtime we'll get on that Anker DC300. Alright, we're back now. We just cranked down the heat to gear 5, which is halfway on the Toolbox Max from H calorie. And at that setting, gear 5, basically half throttle, we're running 13 to 14 watts, and this power station will run basically 14, it says 14.7, 19, it's fluctuating. So a good 16 hours off that power station on gear 5. We'll go ahead and crank that back down. Alright, back in the H calorie app here, you can see we're on gear 5. I'm going to go ahead and toggle that all the way down, which is gear setting 1, the lowest heat setting. Still puts out quite a bit of heat, it just kind of reduces the fan. So let's go ahead and see what kind of run times we're getting now. Alright, we're back at the power station, and we cranked down the H calorie Toolbox Max to number 1 setting, which is its lowest setting. And currently on the Anker DC300 we're drawing 6 watts for gear 1. So that small little power station running off the cigarette lighter will run that diesel heater for 37 to 39 hours on gear setting 1. Anyway, so that's my review of the Toolbox Max coupled with the Anker SOLIX C300 DC power station. It will in fact run it, and could quite possibly be the best little power station to run your diesel heater needs. So here in about a week to a week and a half, I'll be testing this unit on the Alcan Highway to Alaska. I'm going to be driving back home, and I will be heating my cab over camper strictly with the Toolbox Max. So if you'd like to see how that does and further testing as far as runtime and fuel consumption, go ahead and subscribe. And if you get a chance, give it a thumbs up. And thanks for viewing. Take care.
Tablets, phones, maybe even run a small fridge. There are two bidirectional USB-C ports at the bottom. You can use two of those at a time to charge this power station. Also, while using the solar input there. This is me turning the light on. It has 3 different levels. Very handy in a power outage. There's a close-up of the front panel. Has Bluetooth there on the left. The button under the 12-volt socket is for turning on the socket in the USB. There are the bidirectional charging ports. This thing is great. It's compact. It's not too heavy. You can take it to the beach. Keep the sand out of it. I love it. I have 2 of them now. And it's awesome.
Oh, hello. I use my Anker SOLIX to power these 2, the light this whole bathroom up. And let me hit the button so you can see how much energy I'm using. It's been on for a while. And this is how I save my energy by using 2 USB lights, and this is the energy it uses. I'm very happy with this product, and I use it in my bathroom normally to light it up. I keep it on all day and all night, and I just charge it up. It only takes about 2 hours to charge up, and it runs like 12 to 14 hours off of the USB lights. And this is how I save my energy. Thank you for watching.
Okay, so there it is. Still got 12% left, so I could probably still charge my phone 1 or 2 more times off of it. But it's just about ready to plug in and start charging up again. So there it is, and it does its thing pretty good.